The night was unusually still in the small village of Ballymore. Fog crept over the fields, and the moon hung low in the sky. Inside their small cottage, Siobhan O'Dwyer sat by the fire, knitting in silence. Her husband, Donal, had gone to town, and she was alone with their son, Cian, who slept soundly in his room. A distant rumble echoed through the valley, like thunder, but there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Siobhan's hand froze mid-stitch. The sound grew louder, closer, and with it came the rhythmic clatter of hooves, impossibly fast and heavy. She stood, heart pounding, and moved to the window. From the fog, a black coach emerged, drawn by 4 massive horses. But it wasn't the horses that made her blood run cold. It was the fact that they had no heads. The coach glided silently, stopping directly in front of the cottage. The door of the coach creaked open, but no driver appeared. Siobhan's breath caught in her throat. She had heard the legends, the death coach, that arrived to collect souls on the eve of their death. She closed her eyes, praying it would pass, but the coach remained, waiting. A voice, low and hollow, echoed through the night. "Siobhan O'Dwyer." She stumbled back from the window, her heart racing. Her name. Panicked, she ran to Cian's room. He was still asleep, but his face had turned pale, his breathing shallow. "Cian, wake up!" she cried, shaking him. His eyes fluttered open, but he was weak, barely able to speak. "No," he whispered, his small hand reaching for her. "It's here." Tears streamed down Siobhan's face as she held her son. The coach wasn't here for her. It was for Cian. The realization hit her like a blow to the chest. The sound of footsteps echoed from the door. Siobhan turned, trembling, as the door to the cottage swung open by itself. A figure stood in the doorway, cloaked in shadow, faceless and featureless, save for a skeletal hand extending toward them. "No, please," Siobhan begged, clutching Cian tighter. "Not my son." But the figure moved forward, unrelenting. Behind it, the horses stamped the ground, their headless forms snorting as if impatient. Cian's hand slipped from hers, and with one final breath, he went limp in her arms. The coach disappeared into the fog, leaving only silence. Siobhan knelt on the floor, her son lifeless in her arms, knowing she had witnessed something no one could ever outrun. The death coach had claimed its soul. Thanks for watching. But the story doesn't end here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Or something might follow you home. Hit the bell to stay safe. And leave a comment below, if you dare.